Hello everyone and welcome to the program. I'm Bob Blah Blah. This just in, little Bo Peep has lost her sheep. Apparently the sheep was last seen on Sunday morning on 18th Street between Western and Ashland. If you have any information on little Bo's woolly little friend, please don't hesitate to contact authorities or call our news hotline, 1-800-555-NEWS. But now for today's top story. Last week, we were uncovering the shocking revelation that every kid has a role to play on God's team. Yes, that's right. Even 4th and 5th grade boys now have a chance to get into the game. Over the past week, our reporters have been digging up every piece of information they could find on this story. And tonight, we have a new angle. It seems that playing on God's team has something to do with inviting. So let's go live to our traveling reporter who's on location, Tony the Jersey Cow, to learn more about these new developments. Tony?
Hey, lady, come back here. Hey, I got exclusive rights on this story. Ah, well. All right, this is Tony the Jersey Cow, and there was this woman, and she was at the well. We'll just call her the woman at the well. And anyway, I was grazing just down the field over at the grassy knoll there, and I noticed that this woman at the well is talking to this dude. Right? Now, this is highly unusual, and I had to go check it out. I don't know if you're familiar, but in these parts here, the women and the dudes, they do not get along out in public. They don't talk to each other. It's not a good situation. All right? So I had to check it out. Well, it turns out the dude was Jesus. Right? And he starts talking to her, and he starts sharing all these things. And as he's doing that, it's starting to change her life. And she decides that she's going to become friends with Jesus and that she's going to follow him. She's going to play on God's team. All right, now it was a beautiful thing. I mean, what happened here? I said, now me, being the roving reporter that I am, I decided the first thing I got to do is get this exclusive story. So I go over and talk to the woman, and she's a little skittish about being in front of the camera. But to be honest, mostly she's just trying to get out to her town to tell all of her friends and neighbors about Jesus and to invite them to come and meet him. And I'm thinking, well, that's pretty amazing. I mean, I want to do that too. But I mean, come on, I got a story here. I got to do something. I got nothing. Boom, she takes off. And look at me. I'm just a cow at a well with the lollipop. So that's the story. I'm Tony the Jersey Cow. Back to you, Bob.
Fascinating, Tony. So the woman at the well was so excited about meeting Jesus, she couldn't wait to tell her friends about him. In fact, she ran out to invite them to come back and meet Jesus. Well, that's pretty amazing, but I have to ask you one thing, Tony. Why aren't you trying to get an exclusive interview with Jesus?
Back it up, back it up. No,
Tony.
What are you doing?
Tony, can you hear me?
Forward.
It seems we've lost him. Never mind. Let's turn to today's commentary. It seems we've learned today that playing on God's team means inviting everyone I know. The first thing the woman at the well did when she had her life-changing encounter with Jesus was to run back to her town and tell people about him. She wanted everyone she knew to come and see Jesus for themselves. And the truth is, God wants everyone you know to find their way back to him. He wants those of us who've already met him to invite others to come and see God for themselves. And Kid City is a great place for your friends to learn more about God. We can all step up and play our role on God's team by inviting friends, neighbors, and classmates to come to church with us where they too can have a life-changing experience with Jesus. That would be, in a word, swell. Well, that's all for now, but we will continue to bring you more on this story as it breaks. For now, if you're a kid, please remember that every kid has a role to play on God's team. And playing on God's team means inviting everyone I know. Thanks for tuning in to Eyewitness News. I'm Bob Blah Blah.